When did cues become a way that you like to teach things, and how did you come up with the cues that you use?
I think that there's probably a couple of parts to it. So I think with running, it's always been about like foot up, whereas I'm very much top down. So everything that kind of influences the foot strike, the foot movement, the time on ground, and the mechanics of the leg are influenced by, the arm pattern, the body position. And I think that's become one of the really key parts of the differences that what I do, being, it's completely flipped. And the way I see it is, what should be most still, or what is the foundation of the movement, in this case being running? So what should be most still? And it is the torso. So trying to make that the best, almost like the first port of call, and then kind of working off that, rather than trying to aim at the foot, which is what is moving most, and trying to change that. It's kind of really flipped on its head of like, and I sort of think about it in like, strength and conditioning terms. You think, say, a squat or a deadlift, you're thinking, okay, what is most still? It's the feet. So make sure that they're in the right position for the person. And then you can kind of build up from that. If the feet are in the wrong position, or in a golf swing, the feet are in the wrong position, you're stuffed. So kind of work up and then out to what's moving most, and go from there. So if we're running, it's actually flipped. So, for me, it's like torso and then work down from there. So that part's a really different part. I think when I started to realize that was when I was running myself, I was trying to actually influence my feet, and I started by arms. It was almost like, for me, it was intuitive to go, okay, well, if they sound offbeat, or if they don't sound even, then how about I just kind of swing my arms in a manner that are even, and see how that influences the feet. And straight away it started to change. And I think that for me started to go, okay, well, what's the influencer? And if that's the cue that I want to work on, or if that's something that's going to influence, always thinking about what is going to influence most, and then work from there. And that's why I started to use cues so much more in a running sense, but it's also sort of infiltrated in just other things, like what cues can I use to kind of create a better movement pattern in a golf swing, or this or this. And I'm no, golf pro, but it just started to make me think about how they work, and they just work so much better because it's an influencer rather than a result-based, outcome focused.
Yeah.